Hey guys, I'm out in the garage, and you probably know by now what that means. Oh yeah, I dragged home some more stuff. My friend and I were driving around the city running some errands yesterday when we stumbled across a building being torn down. We pulled over to check it out, and it turns out that they really didn't care about the salvage value of any of the contents. So we had a brief opportunity to go inside and grab some stuff. It was getting kind of late, and we just put the stuff in my garage, and I really haven't had much chance to go through it all, so that's why I'm doing this video. So let's see what we've got. Now, as near as we could make out, this building was probably about 100 years old or thereabouts, and it seemed like it had been a machine shop of some sort. So let's see what we got. First off, my friend grabbed this off the wall. It's a translation chart of English to metric, probably for drill bit sizes or something like that. He also found this device. He had no idea what it was, but he just saw the meter, so he grabbed it. On closer inspection, though, this, I do believe, is an electric oven or electric furnace. And this handle controls it. So we got this like refractory material inside, ceramic of some sort. And this handle doesn't seem to lock close though. I would have thought it would somehow. And we've got a meter here with off, low, medium, high. A nice old vintage plug. I suppose I could try plugging this in, but I don't think I will. And his meter, degrees Fahrenheit, goes all the way up to about 2000 in the red zone here. I'm not sure what something this small would have been used for. Some info on the side. I recall seeing something like this way back when I was interviewing for a job back in the early 90s at a place that made battery rechargers. And I got a little tour of the facility, and they had some ovens like this, and they told me that was used for stress testing. So they would put like the little battery charger in here and simulate being exposed to high temperatures over a very long period of time, or just to see what the extreme temperatures it could take. But I'm not sure in a machine shop what they would have used that for. But alright, here it is, kind of a neat looking thing. Alright, got a bunch of stuff in this box here. Oh, an old pair of binoculars. Just some random glass stuff. Pieces of metal. I was hoping these might be brass or bronze, but I think that's just steel. Nice pint glass. And this gizmo. Get it out here. There we go. It's just like a film reel with a handle on it. I don't know if this was used as well, let's see what it says. Craigmaster Rewind. I don't know if this was used for film or for spools of wire or whatnot. Probably film. Probably just a means to manually coil up a film spool. Extra spool here. I grabbed these exit signs. Nice glass. Manufactured by Western Lighting Inc., Chicago. Two of them here. Yep. Maybe I'll mount those up somewhere in my place. Let's see. Oh, another big hunk of metal. Don't know if this was a prototype for something or whatnot, but looked interesting, so we grabbed it. Oh, wait, I see. Well, maybe not. I was thinking maybe this was somebody's idea of some art sculpture that's supposed to be like a locomotive or something, but who knows? Let's see, some more of these reels here. A sanding disc. There were a ton of like big grinding wheels and discs and metal stock and so on, but we couldn't grab any of that stuff. Other than this other little piece here. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. It's actually got Yeah, that's kind of wild. I wonder how these were etched in here. I don't know if that was done with a laser or what. But these patterns are cut into the metal. And this, I do believe, is brass or bronze, for sure. Let's see, I think that might be it in here. This is just paper. Just paper. Alright, I got this bag. Got some tubes, save those for later. Piece of cloth. Oh, I didn't think he was going to grab this, but my friend must have. Yeah, there were a number of vintage calendars up on the wall. Sorry for the mild pornographic content there. But this is a Playboy calendar from 1971. Cool. Oh wow, there are a bunch of these calendars. 67? Oh, he didn't even mention to me that he had these. He just stuck them in the bag. Wow, these might actually be worth something. Not the greatest condition, but that's funny. He must have grabbed those and stuck them in the bag, knowing that I would stumble across and get a kick out of it. Now this I found. A little mini manual punch press here. Wow, patented October 9th, 1900. I don't know if this was for setting rivets or what, but nice little punch press thingy. This, I'm not sure. This might have been used for developing film, or I'm probably completely wrong about that. I just vaguely remember seeing something like this ages ago when I was learning how to develop black and white film. Film spools. Looks like, not billiard balls, but I forget what that game's called. Snooker, I think it is, maybe. And here are the tubes. I found a little sleeve of 13 GF7As. No idea why they would have had these or what they would have used them for. And then here, might as well finally get to these. So, found 4 of these, new in the box NL643s. One of these was already opened. I think these are gas Thriatrons or something like that. So, sure, I will never have any use for them. I'm probably few, if any, people out there do, but they're kind of cool looking. $1978. So it looks like we've got one element connecting down here, one up here, probably the filament, and this I don't think is connected to anything, and then there's just an element at the top. I think these were used somehow to control huge motors or something like that. I'll have to do a little research online. And I think that just leaves this monstrosity. I was quite shocked to see this sitting there on a little wheeled cart, but the cart was too big to take, so I just got this. Some of you may have heard the term boat anchor before when referring to electronics. What that means is a piece of electronic equipment so big and heavy it could be used as a boat anchor. Well, this definitely fits that definition. What it is A Tektronix Type 531 oscilloscope. It is a beast. See, it's got two carrying handles, and you almost do need two people to carry this. I can barely lug it around by myself. I'm sure it's from the 50s. I'll have to look up this exact model online. I'm familiar with the 545, but not the 531. They do look fairly similar, though. Neat thing about these is they use plug-in modules. So, for example, this has a Type CA plug-in. Allows you to use dual trace. And I should be able to get this loosened up and pull it out. Been a while since I saw a scope like this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I scrapped one a while ago that was new enough where it had all new Vister tubes in here, but this is a bit older. I was looking up, I think it was the 545 scope, and I do believe they said it had 102 vacuum tubes inside of it. I would imagine this is a similar mark. Look how many we have just in this one little module here. So this is where your scope inputs would go. Channel A and Channel B. Don't see any specs, but I would guess it's somewhere around 5 to 10, maybe 15 megahertz bandwidth, something like that. These things are well made though, and they can be serviced, so I suspect this could be brought back to life. However, I'm not going to be the one to do it. I'll hang on to this for a while, ask around, see if anybody wants it, but as you can imagine, shipping on something like this is really not an option. I'm not too crazy about lugging it around either, you know, to like a swap fest or something. See this back here, it's a massive fan and filter there to cool down the inside. Give a bit of a look on the insides. Tip this on its side, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, that is crammed full of goodies. So for sure this would be fun to scrap, explore inside. But before I do that, I'll ask around a bit. What I think I will do though is try to power this up if I have a suitable electric cord for it. I don't think I have any of those, but I'll check around. Alright, I couldn't find a proper power cord, so I took one out of a computer and hacked it up with the utility knife and then wedged it in here with some scraps of wood, and I think it'll be good enough. And there is a fuse here if all goes bad, so let's see what happens. There's a big old power switch, and no pops, no explosions. I did check the fuse and it was good. I don't see anything lighting up though, plus I would have thought the fan would have kicked in by now. Okay, I just checked the fuse again and there was some debris in there. Let's try this again. Alright, we got a pilot light. And the tubes are lighting up. I would have thought this big fan in the back would come roaring to life, but it might be on a thermostat and it doesn't kick on until the scope is hot. Oh. I don't know what the hell that was. That might have been the fan trying to start up, or something just shorted out. I don't see any smoke though. Hey, we got a trace. Let's see. So internal trigger. Well, I can move the dot around manually. Of course, there's so many tubes in this, any one of them could be bad. Yeah, that's something. It's more than I thought it would do. Okay, I think I've almost got this thing working. First off, I think I know what that click is when you turn it on. That's a relay. I think it holds off applying power to the whole set until it warms up a little bit. And there we go. Also just notice there's some lights up top. Must indicate something about the mode that you're in. One of them just went out. Not sure what that means. Something else I realized is that I had this on the like external horizontal input mode. That's why I just had the dot. I did not have it on internal sweep. If I do, I can actually kind of get a trace. Here we go. All right. I just got to adjust the position. Click on the brightness a little too. Now I was looking at this plug-in module a little bit, and all the tubes in it, they're all Sylvania branded, and they all look to be in really good condition. There's a horizontal position. Alright, I don't have a scope probe, but if I stick my fingers in there, oh yeah. So how be this thing actually works? Seems to work pretty darn well too. It's a really nice, bright, sharp trace. So, I'll say it again, if anybody's interested in a scope, a good old classic vintage oscilloscope that appears to be more or less functioning correctly, let me know ASAP, because I cannot keep this thing around indefinitely. I can see one of those lights now as a trigger indicator. Alright, that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at some of my latest finds.